Hello once again YouTube, Chris the Nightbringer here bringing you some Pirate Station reviews, and today we are taking a look at Sphere 201 by Archriel. And my god, this is a crazy station that we've got before us here. Wow, it's just a big sphere. But it's got some really neat and massive features. It is a huge sphere, and I must say, from a distance, I'm not having a problem with the fact that it's not wedged, but up close, I definitely think it would pay off to have it wedged. You know, it's just, you know, some people might disagree. You know, I totally get that mentality because that's a mentality that I used to have. You know, from a distance, you know, the square shape helps, you know, round up the surface. But to be honest, there are sections here that would just benefit so much from having wedges, and with the wedges themselves you can incorporate patterns in this sphere structure, which could definitely help sprucing this up, because right now it is quite plain and there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, there's circles going around this thing, but it's all, you know, kind of similar to itself, and it could use some color, I think. More color than is currently being presented. So that was the exterior, guys. Let's go inside. And wow, this is very expansive, a very open area here that we've got. And I'm going to put a build block down over here. I'm not even going to oh, that's not a build block. Oh, the phone is ringing. That's lovely. I can't answer it now. So, here we can see the internal structure of this station. Is there a door above me? There is a door. Wow, this is massive, immense, whatever you want to call it. Look at this. This is huge. This is huge. Right, so again, interior, I think if it was wedged, it would definitely help. Also, I think more could be done to the interior to give it structure. Because right now, it's you know, there's a massive pillar going through the middle, right, and that's fine. There's platforms that you can walk along in connecting to the edges. But the edges themselves, I think if they had like some sort of additional beams going up the length of the side, it definitely gives it structure, because right now I'm quite literally inside a paper-thin sphere. And it doesn't feel very structured. It feels like, it, you know, if somebody bumped into it, it would crumple a little, you know. So let's see if we could, you know, potentially get some support beams, you know, a thicker hull. Or, you know, change the entrances of these hangar bays so that they're a little bit more beefed up, you know, with some armor, and I think that would definitely help give this thing a better, you know, integrity is the word I'm looking for. And of course we can wedge these doors now too as well, which I think would pay off. So let's look around. I know we got a lot of docking areas. I mean, just okay, I hit the wrong button. Let's look at the docking areas that this station has, because I'm pretty sure there are a ton of them. An absolute ton. Look at them all. Look at the size of them. That's massive. It's definitely nice to see that the station can accommodate that many, and such large ships as well. It's pretty interesting. So we have all of this stuff going on. Let's see, on the bottom floor, is there anything going on really? Doesn't look like it. It's interesting to see this, you know, lower areas, these things down there, that all these mechanical bits, but again, I think they could be integrated a little bit nicer into the whole structure of the place, right? Stuff like this is kind of neat, actually. This is exactly what I mean, you know, you got the docking module on some sort of strut support thing going on, and you know, they got this thing down here, and the hazard stripes, but if we look over here, it's quite literally just glass separating us from what is otherwise a cube of modules. Lots of cubes of modules, actually. It's going through a door. We have a central elevator system with tons of factories, and again, this is all just simple cube setup. There's nothing about this that is, I mean, it looks interesting, but there's nothing integrating it into, you know, purposeful design machinery, you know, things like that. Let's continue downward. We've got some turret hardpoints down here, it would seem. And again, stuff like this actually, you know, makes this look nice. You know, you got these ramps that lead up into the structure. We've got the bottom of the sphere here. But you have ramps that lead up to an elevator, right? And then you get into a room like this, and there's nothing about these, this wall of modules that makes it look interesting. It's just a repeated texture over and over again. To be completely honest, I don't even know if this type of setup is necessary for a default station. I think it can be toned back a bit because this is potentially getting into the very high numbers that not many people can best with their starter ships. So, you know, we might have to, again, take that in consideration when designing these stations. This is a crazy network of docking enhancers that we can see here. And again, another massive column of, you know, the same texture repeating over itself over and over again. It doesn't really help itself that it's, you know, like this. I mean, some people might consider this to look pretty cool, but after a while you're not going to be interested, you know? You want to come back here and look at it for a machine, not for, you know, a wall of modules. This is nuts. This looks crazy. See, they've got something going on here, something like this. Get rid of all of this stuff. Get rid of all of it, right? And just look at this wall, this back wall, and you've got something interesting going on here. It definitely, you know, is more interesting than just having pillars upon pillars of power modules. At least I think so. Definitely integrated, you know, the gravity and the lift into the ground again, and that's, you know, one of the best features of the station so far is the elevators, apparently. You know, that they definitely got that down. Stuff like this. This looks neat. There could be a few more things going on with the walls. Wedges, maybe? You know, they got these, like, vent-looking things on the roof, or near the ceiling. This is this is the most interesting part of the station for me so far. Got the, are these undetonators? They are undetonators. Interesting. Is that a shop module? Oh my god, it is a shop module. This is a shop. I wonder if this was meant to be a shop instead of a pirate base. I wonder. I don't know. I didn't catch that on the download page, and I'll check it afterwards. But with the inclusion of a shop module, that, you know, does raise some questions. Is this intended to be a shop as well as a pirate base? Who can use this? Can anyone use this? Who knows? So let's continue to go up. We've got, ooh, some sort of storage area, right? I guess this is supposed to be some sort of sorting system for all the blocks that you can obtain. Who knows? Again, definitely could use some more in this room. You know, things hanging off the ceiling, integrating machinery into the walls. Who knows? You know, there's all sorts of things you can come up with. Empty room. Into the glass structure. Okay. I'm trying to keep these videos as quick as possible, so I apologize if I'm kind of, you know, going over things quickly here. Let's continue to go up and see if there's anything else new that we've missed. It doesn't appear to be that case, though. You know, it's all appearing to be the same at this point. This room is a little different with this design that they've got going on with the wall structure. But again, it's not got, you know, purpose to it. The only places that I'm going to visit in this station is this room, right here, and this room. These are the only two places that I care about. You know, after that, we move on to the hangar deck. We can store a massive amount of ships here, which is amazing, right? Especially with all these docking areas and these large docking areas. I'm not even sure how a ship would fit through this door and get into here if it's meant to be this big of a docking area. But, you know, we get into our ship, and then we take off, and there's nothing else in this station. There's no roleplay elements that we can use, although I haven't checked out these areas yet. But again, you know, I was expecting something neat coming from these areas. They look really cool from the outside. Once you actually get inside, you realize there's not a lot going on in them. It's a bit bare. So that is definitely something to take into account. Now, from the pictures that I picked up on the download page, it does look like there have been additions. For example, it looked like there were robots moving things around inside the station. So potentially that is something we could look out for. There's a sphere down here. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. The overall interior and exterior, though, I'm going to give a 6 or a 7 out of 10. There's definitely, you know, things that we can do, the builder can do to improve the overall look of the station, you know, give it a little bit more in terms of design and purpose. As a pirate station, I'm not entirely seeing it, and the fact that there's a shop module installed gives me the indication that, you know, maybe this isn't actually designed to be a pirate station. Who knows? I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10. It could be used as a pirate station, but it needs the elements of a, you know, dangerous pirate rogue group to be thrown in there with the current interior and exterior in order for me to get that impression. So that was Sphere 201 by Archriel. It's definitely a cool concept, and I definitely want to see this taken to the next step. If it hasn't already been taken to the next step, I will have to check that out on my own. But thanks for watching. If you want, you can subscribe for more, and you will be able to get more of these station reviews. But until then, I will see you all next time.